through 75 counties and hundreds of investigations, from the most violent crimes to petty infractions. This is Arkansas Crime Watch with Kevin Kelly.
Conway police investigating a drive-by shooting that left one woman injured. Good evening and thanks for watching Arkansas Crime Watch on Fox16.com. I'm Kevin Kelly. It happened on Timber Peg Court early Tuesday morning. Police believe it's related to several break-ins in the area. Our Claire Kreitz talked to one neighbor who says this crime was no petty theft.
All of a sudden I heard two pops.
About 5 a.m., Don Baker woke up to a sound he's not used to hearing in this quiet Conway neighborhood.
And I honestly thought it was a heater catching fire, like maybe the gas had come on.
Just a few minutes later, this street was filled with flashing lights and yellow tape.
Down here there was 3 police cars or SUVs blocking the road. And what it was, they were shell casings out in the road.
Conway police say as a woman was leaving her home, she noticed a dark 4-door car driving with its lights off, then saw 2 men running back to the car. As she continued driving, someone started shooting.
It used to be a nice, safe place to live.
Baker says that's changed in the last few years. Now a broken window or kicked-in door is all too common.
I had $2,500 worth of things taken out of my garage one night.
Conway police believe this shooting is related to several vehicle break-ins.
I don't know what to do. What do you do?
Baker says this takes theft to a whole new level.
They tried to kill her. That's not petty theft.
Conway police tell us a bullet grazed the woman's head and hand. She is expected to survive. As for the suspects, information limited. Investigators are asking people who actually live in the area who have camera footage, either from surveillance cameras or possibly a Ring doorbell, to come forward. State police are investigating an officer-involved shooting involving a UAMS police officer. The shooting happened Thursday morning. According to police, Tyrone Washington tried to drive away in a stolen truck, but UAMS blocked him from leaving. They tried to get him to turn the engine off, but he refused. That's when an officer reached into the truck to try and turn it off. Washington then hit the gas, dragging the officer a short distance. After that officer fell to the ground, another officer fired his weapon, hitting Washington, who was listed in critical condition. That shooting still being investigated. A shooting in Madison County left a 45-year-old man dead. The sheriff's department there says Micah Franklin got into a fight with the owner of a home in Pettigrew last night. Authorities say Franklin was shot by the homeowner as they fought over the gun. Franklin tried to drive away from the scene. Officials say he ended up crashing in a nearby field where he died. An early morning call this past Wednesday turns out to be deadly in the city of Searcy. Investigators are still trying to piece together what happened at the Country Meadows Apartments. We're told police were called out at around 8 in the morning to respond to a shots fired call. Authorities say when officers arrived on scene, they found a man unresponsive. Medical personnel later declared him dead at the scene.
We are speaking to somebody right now who we're confident was involved with the shooting. At this time, we're trying to determine the circumstances that surrounded the shooting.
No official charges have been filed yet. This is the 5th homicide of the year for the city of Searcy. In Prescott, Arkansas State Police are investigating a possible homicide. Authorities say 41-year-old Tina Witten was found dead outside of a home on December 2nd by sheriff's deputies. A 48-year-old man from Roston, Arkansas, is being held in connection to the case. He's not been identified and is awaiting formal charges. Witten's body was taken to the state crime lab to determine how she died. Caught on camera and an unfortunate reality, especially this time of year, a thief stealing a package from someone's front porch. Take a look for yourself. The man walks up to the front porch, places his maroon jacket around the package and then snags it. He calmly walks back to his car and takes off. If you know who this person is, call Little Rock Police. A Pulaski County inmate is back in custody after escaping from a Little Rock police substation earlier this week. Authorities say Greg Brebaugh's escape forced police to shut down a few blocks as they searched to find him. Alexis Wainwright spoke with police about how the escape happened and how police managed to track him down.
Around 12:26 Wednesday afternoon,
we were taking an inmate from the Pulaski County Regional Facility to our Northwest substation for questioning and arrest warrants.
Within a few minutes after Little Rock police say they were bringing an inmate in,
he managed to escape somehow to a wooded area.
Mark Edwards with LRPD says this man, Greg Breeball, was able to run away while handcuffed. That led to a search through a wooded area within a few blocks along Canis and Junior Deputy Road.
We locked down the area quickly and waited on the K-9 units to come in.
One person snapping this picture during that search. Within minutes, police say they were able to catch Breeball. He has a lengthy history. According to court records, he has felonies for theft by receiving and possession of a firearm by certain persons. Breeball was involved in a SWAT standoff in Little Rock that we covered back in 2015. The people I talked to who live on Junior Deputy Road say they didn't hear or know anything about it.
Pretty unique situation. I mean, normally you don't get this doesn't happen, but in instances like it did, it was good that we were able to lock down the area, quickly get a K-9 unit in there, flush him out, and serve him with his warrants and return him back to the detention center.
LRPD says additional charges will be added after this, but not many details on what those charges will be. We, of course, will keep you updated as this story continues to develop. 4 teenagers arrested in Bryant Tuesday are now facing a number of charges for a shooting. Police responded to a shots fired call on Katrina Drive near South Reynolds and Wilkerson. When they arrived, they found a number of shell casings on the street. The investigation led them to eventually arrest 4 young men. Jacob Neal and Jalon Brent were arrested Wednesday. Then on Thursday, Jalen Buckingham turned himself in after a warrant was issued for his arrest. Police then posted on Facebook that they were looking for a 4th suspect, John Long. Shortly after that post, Long turned himself in. All 4 men face a number of charges, including aggravated assault, terroristic act in the 1st degree, theft of property, and unlawful discharge of a firearm from a moving car. 'Tis the season for scams, which is why the Mayflower Police Department is giving everyone a crash course on what to be on the lookout for. First up, the relative imposter scam. This is when you get a call from the imposter telling you that a family member has had an emergency and that they need money immediately. Next up, the secret holiday shopper or secret Santa scam. Scammers pretend to work for well-known companies and try to recruit you to test their products, of course, for a fee. There's also charity fraud. This one is pretty clear-cut. If you don't know the charity, just hang up your phone. And don't forget about gift card phishing scams. Imposters will try and deceive you by offering free gift cards via email. Don't fall for it. Bottom line here is just use good common sense. Crime Watch and the U.S. Marshals teaming up to try and track down one of their most wanted. Tonight, the spotlight is on this man. His name is Zachary Esther. According to U.S. Marshals, he's wanted for kidnapping, aggravated assault of a family household member, theft of property, and interference with emergency communications. If you know where he is, call the number on your screen. Keep in mind, you can remain anonymous. As we leave you, here's a look at Arkansas's most wanted. We want to remind you all of the suspects you've seen tonight are innocent until proven in the court of law. Remember, if you have any information on any of these cases we talked about tonight, you're asked to call your local police department. Thanks for watching Arkansas Crime Watch. I'm Kevin Kelly. Be smart, be safe, and if you see something, say something. I'll see you tomorrow night on Fox 60 News at 5:30 and 9.